One. Click. Scary.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, guys. Sundays, am I right?
Here.
I probably have Oreo teeth.
Me too.
Those knuckles.
Publish. YouTube. Back over here.
Everybody. Da-dee-da-dee-da. What? Extreme close up. Whoa.
He's like, what?
Baby, you should be used to me by now. Too legit. Hello, come over here. What?
Time for some more ear torture.
Oh, but it's not that long.
No,
And
this
then
one will go quick.
The Patronisode is
Ear free.
no ears.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? Sorry. I put that on there back in another time, a simpler time, a more innocent time. Oh, hello, somebody's here. Hi.
Hi, who is it?
Hi, yeah, who is it? Who are you?
Who are you?
I was gonna say, so I asked these guys, our patrons, to give me their Hogwarts house and their birthday. And a lot of them gave me their birthday. And a bunch of them gave me their Hogwarts house. So now I have this whole list of people that need to be sorted. But I do have to admit that a couple of them are only Remember Twilight guys. Only 2. But I thought it was so nice that they gave us our Hogwarts house that I would sort them anyway.
You're going to let them get the glory without the payment.
It's one tiny perk.
You're cheapening our gifts.
Okay, then I won't do it. If you're that serious about it. Well, hold on. I'll show you who it is. It is this sweetie. 1. And then this other person who is kind of newish, and we haven't really talked to very much. At least I haven't, so maybe she's been on the Instagrams. Where is your name? Anyway, this girl.
Hi, Zoe.
I just think they didn't know. Because I didn't make it explicit. It was just for Remember Harry Potter's. Oh, there she is. Yeah, they're both kind of long timers. But if you don't want to add them in, we don't have to. It was only 2. Everybody else was a Remember Everything or they'll remember podcasts. Well, hello. I'm trying to fit in all the content I can because I know I won't be able to watch lives or live podcasts anymore when classes start. Oh, honey. I'm so sorry. It must be like, it's late, huh? 10, 11, 12, 1 in the morning there almost. Dude, come hang out with us whenever you want. But I can't even imagine how hardcore Princeton is.
Yeah, for real.
I went to Solid Community College. And then I went to Weber State University, so they let everybody in. You want to do these now, or should we sort them on choppy.
It's going to be quite a few weeks before we have another chapter.
Okay.
So if you want to do it now.
Let's do it. You rolled your eyes, but isn't it helpful?
I always forget it's there, honestly.
Okay. Hey, guess what?
What?
Emily, specifically,
Yes.
and everybody else in general. I put an all call out to our patrons because I didn't know like hardly any of their houses, and a bunch of them responded with their houses. So guess what? Now they get to get sorted.
Time for a grand sorting ceremony.
Welcome to your first night at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Do you want to be McGonagall and I'll be the hat?
Okay.
Okay.
I am not doing the accent though. I'm no Megan. That's my friend Megan did our McGonagall accent. Oh, she's good. So I would love to sort Ashley from Florida,
Hufflepuff,
Paola from Maryland,
Ravenclaw,
Denise from Michigan,
Gryffindor,
Jennifer from Florida,
Hufflepuff,
Victoria from Pennsylvania,
Slytherin,
Emily O from Texas,
Slytherin,
Joelle from Michigan,
Ravenclaw,
Emily B from Minnesota,
Slytherin,
Crystal also from Minnesota,
Slytherin,
Nita from Maryland,
Hufflepuff,
Caitlin from Michigan,
Hufflepuff,
and Megan from Virginia.
Ravenclaw.
Welcome. Eat. Now, if you are a patron of Remember Harry Potter Plus, please let me know your house. We would love to get you sorted so that you're not just sitting around in the kitchens with the elves.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's where I want to be.
Me too. Always.
It's fine.
Yep. All right, you guys. My name is Emily.
My name is Marin.
And this is Remember Harry Potter? Woo. Guess what, you guys?
What?
We're talking about someone who some of you may not know.
How?
He's not in the movies.
At all?
Ever. 0. -1, in fact.
I've seen the movies and I didn't know that.
How didn't you know that?
Because he is an integral character in the books.
You'd think that they would put him in the movies. They do not. We're talking about Peeves.
I'm personally offended by this. I hate him. I hate him so much, but still, put him in the movies.
Nope, not a one. Not a whisper of his name.
Not even a joke?
Not even a joke.
I mean, just because I know that like some things are like mentioned in the first book, in the first movie, and then never talked about again. I can't believe this.
So for those of you who are unfamiliar, Peeves is the poltergeist at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and has been since, 993.
And yet they couldn't possibly put him in a movie. And we've got this information from our favorite website.
HarryPotter.fandom.com. We will live here till the end of our days.
Go give them some loves.
Fond of mischief and chaos, he was a constant pain to the school and its inhabitants, especially Argus Filch, the caretaker, as the only ones able to control him were the Bloody Baron and Albus Dumbledore.
I love that, like, he's been there for generations, but the only person who could ever, who he, like, they talk about is Filch.
Well, no,
that's so funny.
He's a pain to Filch. The only one who control him are the Bloody Baron and Dumbledore.
Well, the Bloody Baron doesn't surprise me.
Fuck about Filch. So yeah, until Dumbledore came along, it was just the Bloody Baron. You had to go talk to him to get Peeves under control.
This guy's an asshole. Can I scroll down to look at this picture? Oh, he looks cool. I'm mad that I'm so mad.
Mm-hmm. So why he never got exorcised from the castle is beyond me.
Because he is, in fact, a poltergeist. He's not just a regular old ghost.
I mean, but still, these are wizards.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that a poltergeist should be exorcised above and beyond a ghost.
Yeah.
Ghosts, whatever. Poltergeist, get him out of there.
Yeah, why did no one do this? Anyway, so under his like stats, it says born immortal, died immortal. Who knows where he came from? Who knows where he's going? But he is also known as Peevesy or Peevesy.
I like calling him Peevesy. That's cute.
He has black hair, black eyes, is pale white, and he's loyal to the castle, apparently.
Only the castle. Because the castle's kind of an asshole, too.
Yeah, with the staircases and the chambers of secrecy.
Honestly.
All right, so the founding of Hogwarts is where we're starting with Peeves here.
Amazing. I'm so excited.
Peeves has lived at Hogwarts Castle since its founding in 993. He, quote, came with the building and came into existence with the founding of an institution containing a large number of children. Whilst unconfirmed, it was guessed that Peeves is a tangible manifestation of the students' mischief.
Oh man, that's cute.
Peeves has wrought havoc upon Hogwarts for centuries and was often the cause of ire for various teachers and staff, starting with Hinkerton Humble, who was appointed by the founders themselves. Peeves has traditionally been a pet peeve of every caretaker the school has seen.
Incredible. Let's just skip all
quite
the way
many centuries
to 1876. In 1876, caretaker Rancorous Carp devised an elaborate trap in an effort to remove Peeves from the castle. Oh, I'm excited about this. The trap comprised a bait of assortment of weapons and a vast enchanted bell jar reinforced by various containment charms, which he intended to drop over the poltergeist once he was in place. This did not go as planned, as Peeves easily broke through the bell jar and was left armed with several cutlasses, crossbows, a blunderbuss, and a miniature cannon. The castle had to be evacuated for 3 days, as Peeves amused himself by firing randomly and threatening the students with death.
With death.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Professor Eupraxia Mole, headmistress of the day, agreed to sign a contract with Peeves so that he relinquished the weapons in exchange for additional privileges. A once weekly swim in the boys' toilets on the ground floor, first choice on stale bread from the kitchens for throwing purposes, and a new custom-made hat by Madame Bonneville. This was the last and most disastrous attempt to get rid of Peeves. These events forced Mr. Carp to take early retirement for health reasons.
First choice with stale bread for throwing purposes.
This castle is wild.
During the 1980s, Peeves would frequently disrupt flying classes by mixing brooms with the mops, which Jacob's sibling in particular would help to rearrange. Whom Jacob is, I do not know.
Jacob?
Is that Jacob from... What's its name? Fantastic Beasts? He's only Jacob, I know.
Oh, yeah, probably. Maybe.
Who's
his sibling? Who's
I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right. Do you want me to? 1991 to 92 school year. Quote, "My dear Friar, haven't we given Peeves all the chances he deserves? He gives us all a bad name, and you know he's not really even a ghost." And that is a quote from Nearly Headless Nick discussing Peeves with his fellow ghosts.
So this is the 1991 to 1992 school year. Peeves was a topic of discussion before the start of term feast of 1991. Hogwarts ghosts debated whether or not Peeves should be allowed to attend the feast. While the Fat Friar was willing to give Peeves another chance, Nearly Headless Nick felt Peeves did not deserve to be even considered. Ghosts had been given a bad name because of him.
Amazing.
At the start of term feast, Peeves appeared to torment Prefect Percy Weasley as he led the Gryffindor first years to Gryffindor Tower. We remember this. Peeves threw walking sticks at the Prefect, disregarded Percy's threat to kill the Bloody Baron, responded by blowing a raspberry, dumped even more walking sticks onto Neville Longbottom's head, and left. Peeves wrote rude words on a classroom blackboard when Professor McGonagall surprised Harry with the position of Gryffindor Seeker.
What are the rude words? I want to know.
I don't know.
Fart.
We're gonna pick up more with Peeves later in this year, and he comes back pretty much every single school year. So I think we will do a mini Peeves update.
Totally.
Every new book.
I just feel so mad that he's not. I guess I knew. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I knew that he wasn't in the movies, but it's such a disservice to such a funny, like, side character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not important. I can see the movie writers and directors being like, it's just not important and we have to fit all this other stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Peeves has some great lines later in the series, especially the 7th.
He writes a whole song about Harry Potter that I quote all the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Potter, you rotter.
Yes.
as it begins.
Oh my heck. Okay, cool.
Anyway, so there's Peeves. Not a whole lot. We do have some email.
Yes.
We have a message.
I didn't know where my phone was, but it was still on my stand. And by my stand, I mean your stand. Okay. Oh, I thought. Oh, it was from Rosie. Okay. We have
Owl Post.
Owl Post.
Owl
We
Post.
had Owl Post.
Owl Post.
I love getting Owl Post. It makes me feel special, all alone here at this castle, to get Owl Post from people who love me. So this is from our Brit, Rosie. And she says, hey guys, just listened to the Dumbledore Patronisode, and I have some owl mail for you. Okay, so if you are not one of our patrons, just know that every week, our patrons get an extra episode. And so we did a Dumbledore Patronisode, and it was basically just a extension of our Dumbledore episode. So you didn't really miss anything. But if you'd like to see our Patronisodes, come join us over on Patreon. So she says, I feel like Dumbledore is a difficult character to pin down. There are just some parts of his story that don't add up. Like supposedly being the kindest man in the world, but then also having racist, mugglist views for a bit. And you talked about him being a Ravenclaw, but I also see some Slytherin in him, in his ambition and determination too. So we talked about him possibly being a Ravenclaw, even though he was a Gryffindor. And he had lots of trauma in his life, but throughout all his experiences, I feel like he never truly learned to cherish what he had. Like, I feel like he didn't try hard enough to reconcile that relationship with Aberforth. I know there was a lot of hurt there, but in all those years, I would have at least wanted to make amends at the end. It's one thing for Aberforth to hate Albus for what happened, but for Albus to accept that and not fight for the only family he has left just seems weird to me. He spent the rest of his life isolated with no family. He was probably the loneliest man in the whole world other than Aberforth. So stupid. Ugh, men, am I right?
Yes.
Anyway, I can't decide if he's extremely complex or just kind of stupid in his own way. Let me know what you think. Sorry it's so long, LOL. That's not even all my thoughts, and I'm half asleep as usual, but hopefully we can have many more Dumbledore discussions in the future. Yes, I had never considered how lonely Dumbledore might feel until I read that. Because I love to hate him. I love to blame him for all the bad stuff that happens, and I love to be very harsh on him. I never thought that he must be so lonely. I would like to point out, though, that the reason he's so lonely is because of all the choices he made. However, it's still painful. It still hurts to like think of him being so alone like that.
Yeah, but he has every opportunity to make meaningful connections. He just chooses not to.
He just can't.
Yeah.
He's just not good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I think we also had another. Remember Harry Potter? Okay, we also have another owl post, and this is from another one of our patrons, Becky. She says, "Hi, Emily and Marin." And I love this. I'm a longtime listener and first-time writer. I just started listening to Remember Harry Potter and had some thoughts about Draco after listening to your episode about him.
Ooh.
So my first thought about this is that we don't know if Narcissa and Lucius are actually sending Draco these packages.
Okay.
Hear me out. What if Draco ordered Dobby to send him a package once a week? I just never saw Lucius as a warm parent, but who would have time for his son? When we first meet Draco, he is all alone in the rope shop, just like Harry, saying that his parents are off in another shop. If they were so concerned about him and his well-being, why would they leave alone in a busy market street? We never see or hear about the letters Draco gets, but I would assume most of them are just scraps coming from Narcissa, such as just as well wishes. We miss you sort of thing. Also, wouldn't Draco need to be writing his parents frequently to be receiving these packages? Draco could be acting out because he's homesick and in a new place, and that's scary. I'm 25, and I remember just moving from elementary school to middle school was a scary experience, and I already knew all of my teachers beforehand. Excuse me. I can't imagine how it would feel to go to boarding school. These are just some thoughts that I had. I love the shows and can't wait to hear the next episode. Thank you, Becky G. P.S. I've gotten into several fights with one of my managers why Hufflepuffs are awesome. Us Ravenclaws and Hufflepuffs must stick together. Dude, thanks for sticking up for us.
Yeah.
This is the kind of content I love to hear because I love like loving Draco. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I love to give him a break and give him the space and time that he deserves because he truly was being so used and so manipulated. And instead of becoming a big asshole about it as he got older and into adulthood, he became a better person and did the right thing.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I love the idea of him being like, before he goes, Dobby, you must send me 3 packages every single week with either this, or this inside of them. So I do love that idea. I think that's hilarious and very Draco-ish. I agree Lucius wouldn't be sending him anything, but as Narcissa, as we get to know her, especially later towards the series, we find out that, Draco's an only child, and Narcissa loves him very, very much. So I wouldn't be surprised if Narcissa was sending him
I think that she did. I think she was crazy about him.
Yeah.
I really do.
But the fact that he would just like make sure Dobby is sending him things also seems true to me. So I feel like both can be true.
Super agree. We do have actually several more owl posts, but I'm going to save them for future episodes.
Woohoo!
So I'm really grateful for everybody for sending us owl posts. If I haven't read yours yet, just hang on. I'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Anything else? You guys are literally the best listeners in the world. We're glad that we get to do a Harry Potter podcast.
It's my greatest dream come true,
it's
literally.
So fun.
It's all I've ever wanted to do is talk about Harry Potter for hours and hours with people who also want to talk about Harry Potter for hours and hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
All right. Thank you, and we will see you next week. And
let's create something magical together.
Okay.
Bye.
Cute. Yeah, we got a bunch. I didn't even realize that. We've got like 5 or 6.
Sweet. So
it's only 11. Okay, it's not that late. I actually love the pic of him on the website. I never really give him a look in my mind. Yeah, me neither. He's just been kind of like gross looking, but yeah, I like that. Pale white and ice cold. Oh my gosh. What if it's just the ghost of Edward Cullen? Jacob, the older brother of the character that plays create in the app a Hogwarts mystery who unleashed curses upon the school when he attempted to find the cursed vaults. He was expelled in his 7th year. Oh man, we should have read Zoe's comments and actually used them in our podcast. Zoe, you're a font of knowledge. In fact, Zoe, if you will like send that to us in a message, I'll make sure to add it on to our next epi so that we can be like, oh, we got a clarification corner over here. All right. I think that's it. We're going to go do our Patronisode. What should we do it on? What should we do it on? Are you still here?
Poltergeist.
Have you ever seen Poltergeist?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in years. I've only seen it once.
It's been a long time.
Hold on. I'm still waiting for Zoe to give me an idea for the Patronisode.
Zoe, it's up to you. You're our only hope. Zoe 1 Kenobi.
Just kidding. You don't have to give us an idea, but if you have one, we'll use it. We'll do our Patronisode on it. Bam.
Bam.
Brain empty, no ideas. Me too.
That's us
all right,
every week.
Cool.
Okay,
I love you very much. Bye-bye.
Just end when